H3F, and you can check out our interview about music only on Tribunners YouTube channel. And actually have four guys, but one of us is still in some meeting, so he can't be here right now, but we'll introduce him instead. My name is Kong, I'm the singer and the guitarist.
My name is Mac, drummer. My name is Mo, bassist.
And another friend of mine who is on the way, his name is Ping, he's another guitarist.
Yes.
Just released our latest album, Chalawan Sound, and I think that's the latest we've done, and we're about to tour a lot very soon. So, but if you ask about activity, we just released the album and a single with full before it.
Halo Tribuners, ketemu lagi sama aku Nina Agustina di sini, pastinya di On Cam Every Night. Nah, malam ini spesial banget karena kita udah kedatangan sama grup band asal luar negeri lagi nih dari Bangkok, Thailand. Nah, mereka ini baru aja rilis album judulnya Chalawan Sound. Nah, bau-bau Thailand banget kan ya, Tribuners. Penasaran kan sama lagu-lagu yang ada di album ini? Yuk langsung aja kita ngobrol sama artisnya. And now we're connected with H3F. Hello guys.
Hi.
It's nice to see you.
Same.
Okay, how are you all doing?
We're doing good, doing really great.
Okay.
It's the album, so we are super happy.
Okay, I'm happy too meeting you all. Okay, where are you guys right now, in Thailand or?
We're in Bangkok, Thailand at the moment.
Okay, so you guys in Bangkok. Anyway, congratulations for your newest album, Chalawan Sound. Yay!
Thank you.
Okay, by the way, before we talk about this album, would you guys introduce yourself one by one? What's your position in band, and say hi to your Indonesian fans, especially for our audience, Tribunners here.
Okay, so hi Indonesian fan, hi Tribunners. We are H3F, and actually have four guys, but one of us is still in some meeting, so he can't be here right now, but we'll introduce him instead. My name is Kong, I'm the singer and the guitarist.
My name is Mac, drummer. My name is Mo, bassist.
And another friend of mine who is on the way, his name is Ping, he's another guitarist.
Okay, that's great. Okay guys, what kind of activity that you are doing recently?
Just released our latest album, Chalawan Sound, and I think that's the latest we've done, and we're about to tour a lot very soon. So, but if you ask about activity, we just released the album and a single with full before it.
Okay, so you guys must be really busy, right?
Yeah, kinda. We'll be touring soon, and we're doing interview today, and we have some band rehearsal later. So all good, all fun.
Okay, that's great. By the way, I'm really curious why you guys choose H3F to be the name of your band. What's the story behind that?
It stands for something very stupid. Because
Why?
when we first started H3F, we did not name it H3F. We started as a trio, a three-piece band, a cover band. And during our university year, so I was still young, everyone was still young. And at that time, it's only me, Mom, and Max. Ping wasn't there yet. And we formed this band, and we want to play a lot of blues and funk as a cover band, you know, when you're in university and you want to go and play some gigs. So we form a band, and we audition to a lot of places, you know, just to get to play. And every time we audition, all the venues and all the bars will ask us like, hey, what's your band name? What's your band name? And I did not take it seriously. So I just told them like, yeah, we are happy three friends, like the cartoon, you know, that cartoon. And I didn't take it seriously. And after I recorded the first EP, and when once Ping, the other guitarist, joined the band, and taking it more seriously now. So I knew, like we all knew, we have to change the band name because Happy Tree Friends is not going to work like that. So we tried to come up with a lot of names, but I just can't come up with a name we all like. So Mom, he told us to like just summarize it, just turn it into H3F, and no one will ever know it's about Happy Tree Friends. Yeah.
Okay, so this band is from university.
Yeah, all university friends.
Okay, that's great. So Tribuners, right now we will talk about H3F newest album. Well, guys, can you tell me the meaning or the story why you choose Chalawan Sound being the title of this album?
I'll have to tell you a bit about the Chalawan word first. Chalawan is a character in a Thai folklore.
Oh, okay.
And he's a crocodile, and in that story, the crocodile is like a playboy where he can turn into a man, and he kind of like fall in love with a princess, and he got killed. Like it's like Beauty and the Beast, but it's the darker version. But saying that about Chalawan, this album had nothing to do with the folklore. It had nothing to do with the story, but this is for context, so you know what Chalawan means. And why we choose Chalawan, the coming of the name was when we were working on the album. We met a friend at a concert somewhere, and he asked us like, "Hey, what's your new album gonna be named?" And I didn't have the name, so I just said it like for fun, like Chalawan Sound. I don't know, it just like out of my head. And then his reaction was pretty like surprised in a good way. So I'm like, oh, I kind of like how that sounds too. And the thing is, we choose the name because this album, the sound and the tone, we were aiming for like a more retro style sounding, like 60s, 70s soul funk, psychedelic blues, pop, like all mixed.
Yes.
And I don't know why the word Chalawan Sound for me, it reminds me of like a lot of like Thai funk band in the 60s and 70s. It'll be those era in music where like a lot of, not even in Thailand, like Cambodia, Laos, Indonesia, even Philippines. I bet a lot of Southeast Asia music scene in the 60s and 70s, they are still like playing a rock and roll song, like just play exactly like that, but they'll change the lyrics into their own native language. And when I said Chalawan Sound, it's a folklore name mixed with the word sound. It, for me, and the tone of the album, it just makes me see that vibe, a very like Quentin Tarantino kind of 60, like vintage vibe. Yeah. So we decided to stick with the name, even though it had nothing to do with the folklore. But for us, it's really like a funny backstory on why we chose the name, because it just fit the vibe so much.
Okay, I just know it from you that Chalawan is Thailand folklore.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Anyway, when was this album released?
It's released on 24 August. Like a few.
Just yesterday.
Yeah, 24 August.
Okay, so what kind of music genre every single inside this album?
I think it's a mixture of funk. I think mainly it's a soul funk, R&B, and blues, psychedelic, and a pop melody to it. So we have a lot of like 60, 70 vibes, but the melodies, and for us, I don't think it's that hard to listen to. It's not a hard to approach melody. So I think if you are like the listener are familiar with our first and second album, I don't think the third one's going to be that much of a difference, but the tone is more different. The style is more like refined. It's more like old school. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. How many songs inside the album?
We have 10 tracks in the album.
Okay, that's a lot, a lot of songs. Okay, and then what song is being the focus track in this album?
Focus track on this album, I think.
Is it Catwalk or?
Catwalk is. I want to say a lot of songs, but for us personally, I think the song that means the most to us while making the album, I think it's Cultivation.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Catwalk is the one too, but I have to say Cultivation because it gave us the confidence to record the album this way. Yeah.
Okay, but I want to talk about the single Catwalk. From the information, you guys write the lyric of this single with poem favorite. What's the story behind that?
For Catwalk, we get an opportunity to collab with Poom, and as a band, we're a fan of Poom as always. We love his work, we love his music, we love his melodies, lyrics. And while making this album, it's like we've known Poom for a long time as a friend, but we never worked together. And like
Okay.
we're a fan from far away, right? And during making this album, I had an idea, and we talked to our friend like, "Hey, we really want to try collab with Poom. You know, I think his voice is gonna really suit the vibe we want." And he said yes, and we spent like I think around 4 days to finish the song. And it's pretty smooth. He's pretty chill to work with. Really happy.
Okay, and you guys just need 3 days to write this song. That's amazing for me.
Oh, it's a jam because like we didn't have any idea. We just know we want to make music with him. So when he said yes, and we met for like I think 2-3 days to
Yeah.
jam, and then we got the instrument done with the melody but no lyrics. And then I spent one day apart with Poom to finish.
Okay.
I think it's around that, so it's pretty chill.
Okay, besides helping to write the lyric, what Poom favorite to do to help you?
I think it's his. I actually gave him a lot of. I don't know if I gave him freedom. It's when we jam, we got the music. Right? But when he sings something, I did not tell him like, "Hey, Poom, could you sing that? Could you sing this?" I just like whatever you want to sing, just sing.
Yeah.
And even the first two lines on this song, like whatever you want, whatever you need, you know that first two line he sang it in the jam. And at the time, we didn't have the whole lyrics yet. We just had the melody, and Poom sang that sentence. And we don't even have the meaning yet, but we just love how he sounded on that sentence. So we kind of like, on the day we finished the lyrics, we kind of like, hey, like Poom, I really like how you sang that too by accident. Can you just let's construct a narrative to tell a story based on that? And we did finish the song by that.
Okay, that's great. Can you guys tell me what's the meaning or the story about this song?
Catwalk speaks. It's a very soft satire, like a make fun of kind of feeling to like nowadays people. Let's say majority of the people nowadays depend on social media a lot. You know, whether you're like a actor, musician, entertainer, businessman, whatever it is, like social media plays a big part in your life. And sometimes people, even me myself, sometimes we care too much about how people see you as, how people would take you as from your social media. So sometimes you'll see a lot of group of people or even me sometimes will do something stupid on social media because we just want to get the attention, the how to say, like you want to be approved by the social, you know. And sometimes that has a cost to pay, you know. Sometimes you pay with your mental health, sometimes you pay with your like your own like confidence, and it's not good, you know. It's not really how you should present yourself, you know. You should be honest about what you are and what you want to say. And Catwalk makes fun of that feeling where you like, oh, you kind of forget what you really want, but you really want that numbers on whatever it is on your platform, so you tend later to compromise. You know what that means? It's pretty simple, but you kind of get, you know, like, hey, like it's like me making fun of, like, let's say me myself, you know. I try to look very cool on social media, so I try so much behind the scene, but that's all glam and glitter just to cover up my insecurity. That's like a bit of making fun. And another one that represents the song very well would be the third verse, where Poom sang, wherever you go, I really need to know. I'm ready to feed my ego. I just gotta feed my soul. You know what that means? It's like you're so like updated with like, hey, see that guy, he's going there, see that what he's doing there. Like you want to be a part of that so much. Like you need to feed your ego, you know. It's a bad thing, but I think it represents the feeling of the song. Like it's that undertone of feeling where everyone has it.
Okay, next, from the information, your song "How Can I" even recognized by Jungkook of BTS. What do you guys feel about that?
Surprised, because I'll admit it here right now. When that happened, like Max Snow, BTS,
Girlfriend.
yeah, none of us, like, this is like, we respect BTS, we appreciate their work, but like back then, like, you know, we're not tuned into all the Korean music scene, so we didn't know what BTS is. We didn't know who Mr. Jungkook is. But then suddenly, like Mac's girlfriend, he saw that song was added to his Spotify playlist, and it's a big deal, right? It's a very big deal, but we didn't know. So it's like, wait, who was that? Who was that? And then we realized it's BTS. I'm like, oh, okay,
แล้วก็บอกดังแน่
Yeah, and his girlfriend was like, "This is a big deal. You should be excited about it." But then, like I said, we didn't know yet. And then when we knew, we were like super excited. We were like so many questions in our mind, like how did he heard the song? Who played to him? Like how did this song from Bangkok like reach him? Yeah.
Okay, that's really great. Anyway, so do you guys have a plan to hold a concert in Indonesia or join a music festival here?
We really would love to play in Indonesia because like again we since How Can I, since the first album and second album, like we've got a lot of Indonesian fans, and it surprised us because we never knew we had a fan base in Indonesia, but we never get a chance to play there. But one of our plans that like we have to tick the box is we need to play in Indonesia very soon. So we just released the album, so let's see within the 5 months 6 months we will try our best to land a concert there somewhere.
Okay, that's great. But I'm sorry, it's the time is up, guys. Thank you for spending your time with me, talking about your music, talking about your inspiration and stuff. I really honored to have a time talking with you. And can we say goodbye to our audience, Tribunners here?
Okay. So again, we are H3F, and it's a pleasure for us to be on this show. And thank you to all the Indonesian fans. Thank you to Tribunners for listening to us, whether it's your first time, second time, it doesn't matter. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the music.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you, guys.
Download Tribun X sekarang. Menghadirkan lokal menjadi Indonesia.